I'm sharing the video. You should be sharing too. The one who does line with brown. The same one used to walk the road like she can't touch the ground. Since she lost, she Pepsi up. Getting all kind of wild and wassy like wassy going out of style. How he feeling shame. How she had about 10 GC and she went her holy name. This is not a bet in here, this is. Rhythm go jam you. Everybody, man. Special good night to everybody. Share the video. Help us fight. Help us fight the restrictions. Share it when you get it tomorrow if you don't get it tonight. Half a beer. How the beer so flat? Woo! 20 shares to share. Don't think that I'm calling the police force. Bro, mama guy. Shoot me while rewind me. I cheated that. Shoot me while rewind. Boom. Mad. Share the video. Call your friends and family. If you can't get on Facebook, we're on TikTok, we're on YouTube, we're on the side of the road. We're everywhere. We like dynamite paper. Yeah, man. And you know tomorrow is a holiday. Raise your hand if you feel you're mad. Let me tell you, I was going to do a nice little mixer, but you see, talk about Mahal. Oh, you know who Mahal is? Trinidad had some interesting characters in the olden days. One there was a fella named Mahal. Mahal used to drive an invisible car. No lie. He used to drive an invisible car. And there had a next fella around at the same time. And his name was Spit in the Sea. And every day Spit in the Sea used to travel to Cocorite. I go like now. So, let me wait until the TikTok start. Good night to the TikTokers. Welcome aboard. We're about to do this. It's 28 minutes past 9 on the night before the Indian arrival holiday. Let me get ready. Anyway, Mahal used to drive an invisible car and spit in the sea. Used to travel to Cocorite every day to spit in the sea. Can't do that now. Bayside towers and peaks cut it off. But long ago, you could actually access the sea from Cocorite. Now, if you're from Cocorite and you're going to the sea, they can have you on your belly singing a song. But our next talk for next time. In this Royal Imperial Majestic Banana Republic of do what they ask you like land. In Trinidad, you could cut people off. Fishing village, you could cut them off. Phillip, don't get vexed. It's too early in the video. Calm yourself, Phillip. It's too early in the video to get that kind of vex. Bayside and peaks could cut off Cocorite from the sea, and we okay with that. But anyway, TikTokers tell people we hear me live. Facebookers do the same. And to the people on YouTube, good night. Thank you to the growing YouTube audience. But TikTok have a big leader. The TikTokers coming out in the numbers these days. But anyway, so they have this story that Mahal, who used to drive an invisible car, used to run taxi on Broadway, and spit in the sea, used to go at a certain time every day to Cocorite to spit in the sea. And this one day, spit in the sea late. And he running down Charlotte Street to get to Independence Square to get a taxi. And he bumps up Mahal polishing his invisible car. And he asks Mahal for a drop. And Mahal says, I jump in the back. So the whole of town watching these two madmen, one behind the other, zooming down Independence Square, heading to go Cocorite to take spit in the sea, to spit in the sea. And by the corner of Abercrombie and Independence Square, they crash into the then English Commissioner of Police. Two of them nearly get a night in jail. Trinidad sweet too bad, let nobody fool you. Tomorrow is Indian Arrival Day. Like yourself, no matter where you come from. And why we fuss and fight? We have serious things to talk about though. Love Drupati voice, eh? Story. Good night to all my foreign based traders. I'm gonna make all your balls to come home tonight. Gunman in your hole, eh? You okay? Come again. Share it up, share it up. Well, next time you come to make this song, we're gonna mash up with this song. Hear this. What happened there? What happened there? Did you sell? Where do we? To plenty people, tomorrow is National Roti Day. and plenty Dory. So I'm Betty, tell me no hurry, and I go tea and a curry. It's party night, tomorrow's a holiday. Shout out, let everybody know we're here. Shigalos, boy. Only going to ask your questions tonight, Answering all questions tonight. I don't have access to the phone. Both phones are sharing live, laptop playing music, but you could write it in the thread. Keep it short. TikTok, Facebook, I'm seeing TikTok and Facebook. Write the messages there, write the questions there, answering everybody. What kind of mix was that? What are you doing, man? Fire the mix, man. Jam it. Okay, y'all taste. And we're going in. Come Facebook, push it over the top. We live, Andy Suku, we live. Jennifer Legon, we live. Listen to me, good night. Opinion box, pump it up for me there. I really don't know. 9 is about Golo. Is that true Indian? Or they tell me, let this whole song play and like the lyrics in this song. You know, he eating roti. Doesn't wear no jeans, he wearing dhoti. Or they tell me, if the light play, put on a turban and showing up with the Indian woman. At an Indian wedding, if you see uncle dancing when the tassa hit him. Somebody on my video saying we red and ready. Boy, go outside and hit yourself twice and come back. Go and slap up yourself, you deserve it. Akil, call Lachman. Tell Lachman get it on the big pages. We're going in tonight. I feel I want to bring in Akil on the TikTok. Fucking Obia or Black Magic. Tell me what to do. Let the song pump come in. Download the TikTok pumping. His idol now is Sundar Popo. playing for carnival. All around the town see him with the lantern. He is the chowder man. Can you see Uncle carry on? Who is this? Invite to join the live. Somebody invite yourself. I don't know who it is. See the last verse? That last verse is Pepper Boy. Tell me, music or talk? Or they saying, you know? Tell me. Somebody say keep it pumping. Rajan Tiwari. Best Darky, tell me keep it pumping. Darling, just because of your name, I'm keeping it pumping. Huh? Tell me, it's not Thursday 25th, I don't know what I mean. Like a ripe tomato. So get on so. The woman possesses a dynamic body. Anywhere that you go, staring at she. Uncle doesn't let she out of his eyesight. Time in a bassa in a rima. Uncle Bossa man head with aloha. Man make a comment about Bolo figure. Right away Uncle nearly commit murder. In front of the magistrate, Uncle start to remonstrate. How much trouble he gonna make if they take go low, You know we are the end where we stand. You know we are the end where we stand. We going down in the engine room. There's a line in this song where he said, the child mother, the child grandmother used to open the church door just to pray on the head. I had a mother-in-law so, and the crowd in the uproar. All of a sudden, everything come to a standstill. The crowd start to cuss, hear him. Where am with the man? Bust way the welding, run can right here, boy. When the iron fall, it humble the man. Engine room. The pan is the body, but the iron is the heart of the thing. That is the solar carnival. You hear? All you know was the iron? That's the iron. But now we'll still be in big war. She put out your mother because she was in love with a bad man. She used to open the church door just to pray on me. Now that same woman goes into the neighbor next door. If it wasn't for you, girl, your daddy would have been so dread. Take it out on the steel, boy. Hey, 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 hey. There's the iron. See that mash up? Iron and tasta is all you need, you know. Easy road calling. Hey, I can deal with that carnival fete tonight, boy. See me coming. Tell me when you're ready for the talker. Jump it up, start jumping up. Cut it. Hey, what went on there? We lose both. Too much talk, too much talk. Ah, mercy. Certain y'all are no befriend them, y'all they come them. Wheel it out, selector. What you doing, boy? What kind of show I tune into? I thought you was a political leader. Them no worry we. Them no worry we. Can't worry we. Take your wicked ways. Change your nasty ways. I like my roti well curry. There are two men, Bernard Franco and Dr. Gregory Eckel, who harassed me on Friday Night Live, again or later on a Monday. Well, curry. In a hurry. Ent. The whole country in a hole, everything out of control. Man, know what you're talking about. Tell me what we doing. Where about? PNM, don't worry me, I like that. Ah, your salary cut. Traffic on the highway. It's organized crime. Everywhere you turn, crime and more crime. White collar crime, blue collar crime, no collar crime. We're running out of time. Check it out. Anytime when you're ready for the talk, just type the word talk and we're gonna Fire! More fire! Like a new machine, fresh on the scene, and light it up with kerosene. Good mundo, we jamming still. Could fall down. Call what you doing them? Let's hold them and walk them. Indian arrival day tomorrow. I hope you book your roti and your curry already. Start the thing. Sabrina says start the thing. Talk. I get 3 talk. TikTokers tell me. This bad, you got a little bit of that. Can't say that nowadays. You will trigger people. Anywho, so tonight is one of those nights when we have an opportunity to talk about a myriad of issues. We started out nice though. We started out nice with the music and thing. There are plenty foreign-based Chinese. Calm the noise around, man. There are plenty foreign-based Chinese. I call them foreign-used Chinese earlier. There are plenty foreign-based Chinese that follow me and follow us and that love to hear the soca music and the chutney music and the fusion. Yeah, starting thing vipers, we inside. Alright, Sharon Ramsuk say talk twice. Best Darky darling, I love your comments, you know. I'm gonna bring you inside, yes? I'm gonna bring you inside. The next time I go in live, you go in live with me. So anywho, all kind of thing going on in this country. And I'm wondering to myself, not to nobody else, I'm wondering to me. Trinidadians don't notice what's going on, boy. We still live in normal. It's getting cold in here, boy. We still live in normal. Like things normal. Not normal. Things scary. It's scary here. Are you feeling it? They have nothing nice out here no more. We Trini people, and I see Cricks and the rest of these mothers. Bermuda's kiss my ass, say you ain't know what is a Trini. You ain't no Trini, we is Trini. Don't tell me what we just do. You know what Trini is doing right now? I see Cricks and them using up everything that Trini is this and Trini is that. Don't use our good nature against us. And I don't like that corporate Trinidad and Tobago just sitting down profiteering and not speaking out about the wrongs that are going on in the country. I did a video and people extract a piece of it and it went viral. Because I asked the question over and over. If the fellas who have the guns can't import the guns, if the fellas who have the guns can't afford the guns, if the fellas who have the guns can't pay for the guns, how they end up with the guns? That's an important question. Nobody ever talk about that. Williams, Phillip, Erla, Gary, nobody ever talk about that. None. Where we going? Telling me proceeds is collateral of the drug trade. Okay, well then tell me why we have a drug trade. Trinidad is a dot in the ocean. We could secure this country. That should be the first thing they're doing. So they're making answer people anyway. People living scared. Nobody happy. Trinidad is miserable and frustrated. Even the 1%. Bayshore and Fairways put a big steel gate. Or they're not locking people out, you know, they're locking all yourself in. You've locked yourself in to a piece of your country because the people that you're benefited from financially destroyed the country, and you're not safe. You're not safe. And with all the gate, people still invading house. Victoria Gardens have 2 gates. I see an ad for a place in Goodwood Park called Falcon Heights. This is the ad. Yeah? Secure property in a gated community within the gated Goodwood Park. How much remote control you have in your car to reach home, and you go through all them gates, and when all the gate close behind you, you bounce a bandit in your house. You can't jump gate. What are you doing? What are you doing? You cannot secure yourself and leave everybody else to burn. Peter George Sr., the biggest piece of shit he talked to Anthony Boden is when he say about the middle class job is to protect the higher class, the 1%, from the lowest class in case they ever riot. So the middle class is the buffer. All the other dead first. That's what the man say. Bowl, while they're drizzling the olive oil. Bowl, he said that bowl. And watch me, eh? You know they ever say they try and mouth open, Tory jump out? You know how vex, they talk all that shit? Because people finally get to hear how some people in Trinidad think. Tap the screen. Everybody tell me tap the screen. What tapping the screen does? Does that give me money? Tap away, no? Tap away. But the long and the short of it is this. You can't pretend real unity is a thing and we live in separate. As long as Goodwood Park, living in a country, and Gulfview, living in a country that have a sea lots and a bagatelle, and Goodwood Park and Gulfview not talking about sea lots and bagatelle. And I'm telling you all this again. I'm telling you this again. You have to understand how society functions. Everybody in society want better for themselves, for their family. They want to improve their condition. Everybody. Everybody wants that. And if you have hope and opportunity and you can continue to climb the ladder of success, brilliant. But you have a responsibility to make sure that everybody else have hope and opportunity too, and that they can climb the ladder of success too. Because if they can't, their ladder of success will become you. Man born to survive. To all the people who are too stupid to understand where our crime come from. Because we have Kuno Momus. I watch Hema Ramkisoon reach back on Samga News Network doing a show tonight called Face It and Fix It. I say, boy, Samga boy, anything Phillip doing there, you up my asshole, Samga. Anything I saying, you saying too, no problem. You bring Hema back. I watch her sit down on that chair like she's squatting the whole gym. She could give Nicki Minaj a run for she money. She like a lobster now, all the meat in the tail. Face it and fix it. I watch a set of people come to talk about crime. The topic is crime. Not one of them talk about poverty. And you're not fixing crime if you don't fix poverty. You're not fixing crime if you don't fix poverty. You're not fixing crime if you don't fix poverty. You cannot fix crime if you don't fix poverty. Crime is a function of poverty. Not white-collar crime, not narco-trafficking, not corruption, not 1% contract mafia, bid rigging, bidding a flyover by West Mall for $500 million that they were 10% of that. Not that kind of crime. You see this sufferation crime where you need money. When they talk about concert coming up, people going and rob you. You know why you know that? You know that because you know how manifestly dysfunctional the society is. And the people cannot get a way to earn our money lawfully. So they will put their lives in danger and their liberty in danger to get our money to go to a concert. And you can't. You cannot. If you go in and see Ario Speedwagon and Foreigner and Rush, and you go in and see what you want to see, you cannot grudge people who want to see what they want to see. But you have to look at yourself in the mirror. Remember Bastille Pandey? When stand to Quran, look in the mirror. Oh, remember that? When people tell me about politicians and decency and integrity, I watch them talking about Pandey now. Like Pandey is some man to follow. The only reason PNM giving Pandey FaceTime is because Pandey is harmless. The man is 90 now. If you see him fighting with a tiger, the tiger better be a stuffed tiger or he dead. He 90. I think Pandey say now, yeah, sure, he said the correct thing. He dribbling on all fronts. But when he was, and you were supposed to go to the mic and say, voting is the voice of the people, and the voice of the people is the voice of God, and we fought a good fight, but the people have spoken. When stand to Quran, look in the mirror. When they come to rape your mother, who is they? Baz. Who is they? When they come to rape your mother, nobody asks Baz, who is they? You see, the day we get to a place in this country where everybody could talk straight, all of a sudden we will start to see the solutions glaring, you know. We cannot live in a society as two-tiered as this one. Very rich and very poor. And the very rich are not stopping to realize that the very poor shouldn't be very poor in a country this rich. You are not so talented. And I tell my Syrian family already, miss me with the bullshit about Syrian business talent, because Syria is a failed nation. Lebanon is a failed nation. Syrian and Lebanese killing one another. In China, they have a Syrian-Lebanese association because they're a small number. And what you say? 5,000? I'm talking to people who not paying attention. Don't tell me that any one person in the country, any one type of race better. Trinidad is a two-tiered society. Every single level of society, Indian, Chinese, African, white, Syrian, everybody who can be counted, make sure that everybody counts. Because if we don't, it will fail. It will fail. We're going to get to a place where it will fail. And we don't want that. We are gang culture in Trinidad and Tobago because people have no opportunity. And this is the only place they can go to get a little belonging. They fit in. We know that. We have the science. We have people. I keep telling all you. A man in this country named Gregory Sloan Seal. He understands hotspot crime better than all of the whole parliament, the whole PNM and UNC. Oh, he understands it better than me. You know why? Because that's his job. That was his work. He dedicated his life to that. He came up with this concept of cooling the hotspots. And it's just identifying Maslow. Maslow told us 10,000 years ago, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. We understand it. He does us all the time. The pharmaceutical companies understand diabetes, and they understand heart disease, and they understand stroke, and they understand the things that are killing people. And let's talk about Trinidad. Because in Trinidad, when you get them sickness, it's then the doctor just tell you, cut this out, cut that out, cut this out. So why is the Ministry of Health not telling people soft drinks and fast food killing you, leaving your children as orphans, for other people to come and marry your wife and rough up your children? Young black males in this country have the highest risk of heart disease and death from heart attack than any other race anywhere else in the Western world. Why? Because of fast food diet. KFC, Burger King, McDonald's, all that shit. All that greasy, non-nutrition void crap. That killing people. Soft drinks, Coca-Cola, Pepsi Cola, any of them thing. Killing people. Nobody tell you every now and then you can't drink a cap full of Gramazole. No, you can't. It'll kill you. You can't. People tell you everything in moderation. No. Jumping out a plane without a parachute once will still kill you. You have a responsibility to yourself. My mother had a stroke. My brother was telling us that all through your life, the choices you make accumulate plaque. It doesn't go away. the dietary choices that you make accumulate plaque in your arteries. All the ads you see about drink this oil and suck this sweetie and the plaque will go as bullshit. It doesn't go away. So when you eat and drink and practice sedentary lifestyle, no exercise, and you're smoking and you're drinking, I mean, that's the fantastic four that killing people: alcohol, cigarettes, fast food, sugary drinks. Those four things killing Trinidadian. It making some people rich, including the people who selling coffin, but it killing you. And I remember when I was a teenager, and they used to tell us all kind of shit, like it macho to say you're lighting a cigarette and calling it a coffin nail. Looking back on every cigarette, I was an asshole for everyone. I was a complete ass for every single cigarette I ever smoked. I know that now. I know it now. Plaque in your arteries stay there forever till you die. And one little piece just have to break off and move into your heart or your lungs or your brain. Boom. Ticking time bomb. Ticking time bomb. And you line up in KFC, and you line up in McDonald's, looking to put pepper on that. Even, and I'm saying this, and I'm hearing myself say it, what I'm about to say is me facing the truth. Doubles. When I go by the doubles, man, now, I go in for a cup of chana with sweet sauce and pepper. The fry barra, not good for me, and I'm not eating it anymore. And you have to decide. You know what the cost of proper health care is. Somebody said, don't forget to add doubles, and I now say it. But you know what the cost of proper health care is to you? Imagine your loved ones having to choose to put you in one of them general hospital shitholes we have, Mount Hope, San Fernando, Port of Spain, all that crap. Imagine they have to choose between that or pauperizing themselves to try and give you something like proper health care. You know the kind of money it is? Nursing care for an adult, proper nursing care for an adult is starting between $8,000 and $10,000 a month. Medication between $4,000 and $5,000 a month. Doctor visits per month, the next $4,000 or $5,000. Therapy, the next $3,000 or $4,000. When you add up all of that, you will realize if you get yourself sick and you don't have insurance, you're not rich, your family have to sit and watch you die. Why does the government not have public service announcements about the danger of all of these soft drinks and fast food diet? And I have to include doubles, and I have to include roti. The danger of that as a lifestyle. See, when you go to a party and you drink, you get drunk, and you're going home with whichever one of Gabriel family you have, and you stop to buy a KFC, it's like Russian roulette to your head, and you're not realizing, because alcohol reduces your inhibitions, it make you feel brave and stupid. They call it, what, Dutch courage. This is nonsense. We do stupidness. Alcohol is not your friend. So, I mean, my daughter's birthday was this weekend. I had a bunch of friends over because she had a party, so party and music, so I bring in my friends. And I take a couple drinks. But that is once in a blue moon. To me, I know I used to drink every day. Liming, partying. I wish I knew now, then what I know now. The amount of money I would save, and the amount and I would have removed myself as a risk factor. It takes 15 to 20 years after you stop smoking to get your lungs somewhere back to clean. 15 to 20 years. Ask yourself, when you are old, because now, this is what you need to learn. There is something in your body called chromosomes, and it is your chromosomes that are responsible for maintaining your health and fixing the crap that break down during the day at night when you're sleeping. But your chromosomes have something on it called telomeres, and telomeres is a hard protective shell made up of something similar to your hair and your nails, keratin. Anyway, that wears down over time, and when the telomeres no more, the chromosome dies. And when that dies, you can't fix whatever it is went wrong in you. No amount of medicine. Medicine could work with your body and prompt your body and give your body an advantage to fight itself. But without chromosomes and right the wrongs, forget about it. The most they could do is keep changing you out. Keep trying to stabilize you, like dialysis for your kidney. Keep washing your blood, that kind of stuff. But you got to ask yourself, when you're getting older, getting on in life, depending on how toxic a life you lived, will determine how strong your body is to take you through your later years. And these things are preventable illnesses, lifestyle choices. I'm going to stop now. We start off playing soca music and lying in. I want to tell you something. This is my truth. When you have information that you know is life-saving information, you have a responsibility to share it to other people. You don't tell them how to live their life. I tell you, you know. You can choose what you want after that. If I see somebody going to jump off a building, I tell them, hey, if you jump, you're dead, you know. And they say they know, well, fine. Your life choice. Smoking, drugs, alcohol, lack of exercise, stress, fast food diet, sugary soft drinks, sugary drinks, all of those things. Check yourself. Check your own self. You know who's responsible for you? You know when you get that illness, that debilitating illness that throw you on your back, never to recover. Let me give you an example. In 2008, I got into an accident. Bad accident. I had to get 4 surgeries. Bad accident. The first week, the first night in the hospital, well, they nearly had to call police to direct traffic. Everybody, family, friends, boy, they full out the hospital. They had to put people in the street, and they was relaying messages. And that first week, home by me, because I lie down on a couch, and I sedated half the time, and I could see every time I opened my eyes. That first week, people rubbing my head, rubbing my foot, telling me nice stuff. My house like Grand Central Station. By the second week, I'm by myself. And that's because life goes on. After they bury you, life goes on, much just for when you're sick. And you have to ask yourself now, because this is important. The only person you have is you. That's the only person you have, you. That's the only person who will be there with you at the end, that is guaranteed to be there with you at the end, is you. And you need to be strong. And I'm telling you now, in the absence of a government that will tell you, stop. Stop it. Especially stop. If you have to pick between doubles and KFC, stop the KFC. Because there are plenty of reasons to stop the KFC. Save the foreign exchange and plenty other things, because in a perfect world you would stop both. But if you're going to pick the one that doesn't benefit the economy the way a small man at doubles box does. Give up the McDonald's. Give up Subway. Subway is not healthy food. Eat fresh. Eat shit. Subway is not healthy food. It's carbs and sodium nitrite, which is one of the worst things that you could put in your body. It deoxygenates your cells. And your whole purpose of living is to continuously oxygenate your cells. That working against you. Don't put that shit in your body. All them things. When you find out ham, bacon, all of that, you cut all that out. Processed meat, madness. Madness to your system. Don't wait to get sick to rush and try. You know, people are Trinidadian, you know. You're eating crap and then you get sick. And now you're posting on Facebook, you're boasting, you're eating tablespoon of garlic and parsley. Everything in moderation is a good thing. Clean up your act. I'm just saying. But I don't understand why the government, who spends $5 billion a year on public health, not telling people cancer, stroke, heart disease, diabetes are preventable. They are preventable. Our country has the richest sources of foods in the world. We have soursop, breadfruit, guava, pomerac, just that. Just them 4 things. Don't talk about mango and watermelon. I mean, watermelon to a man, pawpaw to a man. A man should eat a watermelon or a pawpaw every day. 5 tomatoes every day. It contains something called lycopene, and lycopene is your prostate's best friend. Men, pomerac. Pomerac have more fiber. 1 pomerac have more fiber than 10 apple. And you don't have the bullshit wax that is put on that apple to ship it. A pomerac straight from the tree will keep your colon clear. And I just tell you these things. I'm not going to bore some of you all because you don't want to hear this, but you need to know this. And if you start seeking out fruits and vegetables and eat that instead, just now you can see, I can be doing a live video, bareback, rip up, I'm training in the gym, I'm working out hard, I'm eating well. You can see it just now. I go bond their eye. Farris ain't gonna be the only pretty politician in the country. Come in, stay tuned. But I'm telling you, mango, corn. I just eat 2 boiled corn. I have a picture, I was gonna post it. I love boiled corn. And what my secret now is, I season my boiled corn so much pimento pepper and green seasoning. And when that done, I eat corn. That sauce, tomorrow, that's starting a spicy base for my soup. That's the base. What, somebody asked me to change the conversation? I don't know. People talking about those who got second-hand surgery and stuff, and that's good. That's what you need to tell one another. Tell people a vital. You see how they just advertise American orange juice and tell you it's a remarkable source of vitamin C. Bullshit. Bullshit. A Trinidad guava. I couldn't tell you tonight, if you wanted a guava, where to go and get one tonight. But I'll tell you something. A Trinidad guava has 5 times the vitamin C of any other fruit. A Trinidad guava, you know, I just find out, when I was small, my father used to tell me stupidness, like, if you eat the seeds, a tree will grow in your stomach. And I didn't want a tree to grow in my stomach. So I was very careful to spit out the seeds. But I just find out how good for your watermelon seeds are. So the next, and I find out that yesterday. So the next watermelon I eat in the seeds. Because the seeds are good for you. Almonds, good for you as a superfood. But Trinidad food that we get, mango, you see our breadfruit, I keep telling people, a breadfruit is your best friend. If we had care about our Trinidad people, Trinidad would be one of the biggest producers of breadfruit and downstream breadfruit processing downstream, because they could do breadfruit flour, breadfruit chips, and anything else. Food processing. Fish. Right now, fish cheap. Fish coming in by the boatload. Right now, fish cheap. Only fish in your diet. Watch me. We laugh at that jackass, Keith Scotland, rightly so. He's a jackass. Every time you see him, you can point at him and laugh at him just for so. But a cold pot is your friend. A cold pot and a fish. Boom. Boom. You cut open that red snapper, you pack it with some shadow berry and some side and some parsley, bandana, throw him on the cold pot, turn him twice, and fall off the bone on your plate, right there. And that is omega-3, natural omega-3, so it wouldn't cause bleeding. Because now they're finding out processed omega-3 causes bleeding. Omega-6 and 9, that they used to tell you, if omega-3 good, you can imagine omega-6, and now they have omega-9. Omega-6 and 9 is bullshit. Cut it out your diet, it's not good for you. It reprograms your DNA. All this, you could research for yourself, because we live in a glorious time where information is available to us, so we could source out this information and make sense of it ourselves. Tell you this, if you and your family and your friends decide, because I could put you onto people, and you could WhatsApp me on 682-2110, and I could put you onto people like Daniel Jackson, who has a stall in Chaguanas Market. But he could put together for you, or I could put you onto Wayne Ram, who owns Trissa Hydro Farm, who we buy our salad bags from. Lettuce and kale and cucumber and tomato. $100 for a garbage bag full of things. You can see food. And I could put you onto people like that. So if you want the numbers of people who, and Richard Board, I don't know if Richard Board's still doing it, but I know Richard Board used to do bags of fruits, bags of vegetables. I tell you this, You had to trust me on this one. There is no saving that they could tell you right now that a box of chicken and chips is cheaper than eating healthy. It's not. I'll tell you why. When you do get sick and you had to start paying them doctor bills, you have no idea. In the United States of America, the #1 cause of homelessness, medical bills. Medical bills. And they have free healthcare. Medical bills can make you lose your house. In a boom, you get a diagnosis, it escalates, you're in the hospital, and your family talking, they had to raise $250,000. How? How much curry and barbecue you could sell? How much telling about cow milk, cheese, flour? My daughter grew up on lactose-free milk. My daughter grew up on vegetarian cheese. Vegetarian cheese is lactose-free. Anchor is good vegetarian cheese. Those things. The white flour we get in Trinidad is bullshit. That is not food. They have taken out the wheat germ from the flour, the actual thing that has the ingredients that could give you nutrition. What they're selling is a processed substrate. Look now, you might as well lick the ground. You'll get more nutrition. White flour is nobody's friend. Whole wheat flour is white flour with some coloring. Don't buy that stupidness. And you hearing me anything about what we going to eat? Turn it around. Start to bake your diet. I have a friend, Gerard Joseph. He posts on Facebook as G. Anthony Joseph. The man is 62. And he's been posting bareback because he's a Kung Fu instructor. That's how I knew him. When I was a teenager, he was my Kung Fu instructor. He used to teach Kung Fu. And they used to have a galvanized church in front of St. Finbar's Church. And he used to teach Kung Fu there. And I used to go and do Kung Fu, me and all my friends. Because all of us used to do Kung Fu there. But go and watch him. Go and watch his body. Go and watch some of his pictures and his videos. I tell you, man is 62, eh? And he'll show you his diet. Now, you don't have to go as extreme as him. Because when I watch how extreme he is, I say, wow, that's a lot. And I think anybody who gets sick would gladly switch to all that. But we have so much good food. I want to tell you, watermelon. You put that in your diet. You make watermelon a staple in your diet. Banana, unless you know it growing in Trinidad, don't buy it. Because we importing that crap and we shouldn't be importing that crap. Find Trinidad farmers. Get in touch with farmers and deal with them direct. Do you know that your grocery bill, if you were dealing with the farmers direct and the meat shop direct, if you never went in a Hilo or a Massey or a True Value, even Westby's and Payless can't compete with dealing straight with the farmer and the meat shop and the small market. If you deal with them, you know your food bill will cut to as low as 10% of what you pay now. When you call Wayne Ram, I don't have his number. I can't pull it up on the phone right now because I'm using the phone. But you could WhatsApp me on 682-2110 after the show, after this live, and I'll share it to everybody. I'll post it on my wall, Daniel Jackson number and Wayne Ram number. But when you get your salad bag from Wayne Ram, I am not lying, you know. It's a garbage bag that I could stand up in. And I get like about 6 different type of head of lettuce, kale, parsley, celery, mushrooms, cherry tomatoes. It's $100 for a salad bag. The basket of cherry tomatoes that you get in the salad bag is nearly $45 in Hilo. The cucumbers is about $15, $20 in Hilo. That alone, when you check that, you had $70. Lettuce and all of those other things. Yeah? I just say it. I can put you on to people. Start, and there is a big advantage to this country, development-wise, economy-wise. We have to put a step between us and the 1% controlled politicians. We have to put a step, one good step. You see, right now they're taking us for granted. And your economic power, your labor, and your vote are the 3 pillars of this country. And people have to start to respect you now. Stop taking you for a fool. Dr. Omar Ilfunde just said Yamami. Brother, your name didn't fit your comment, but I know what you're talking about. Terrence, where the second wave supposed to come from, Terrence, if we locked down 2 months now and the borders closed? Where it coming from? I gone Price Mart to buy some stuff for my daughter birthday. Yes, she could cost me, but it's a birthday party, so I needed some stuff. Put the penny out and thing. And the cashier saying under his breath, 9 o'clock in the morning, gone mad and you. It will never go away. It will never. I just explained it to you, Chris Burnett. That's what the Yamami comment was about. No, I'm telling you all what the Yamami is, so don't beat up on it. Anyway, your diet, important. And next thing, a brisk walk. You know what I bought? With all my points from the grocery, I bought an elliptical machine. The highest it goes is the 14 resistance. And that's a good resistance. And I feel when we're on top, not even the untouchable, not even CIA Warren Commission can try. Alright, I hear you. If I don't get to go to the gym, or sometimes even if I do the gym in the morning, in the afternoon, I turn on the TV, I turn on YouTube, and I'm playing song after song after song that I like, and I'm trying to burn 30 minutes at 14. If I can't do that, if I can't go outside and walk, or take a run, take Bella for a ride, so I run in while she riding, raising your heart rate, and sustaining it for 30 minutes, that's all you need to do. Once a day. Mash that up. Get that out of the way early in the morning. Set yourself a target. Marine Corps Fit. Marine Corps Fit involves 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats. Body weight. You don't need to join no gym. I go to the gym because I like the lifestyle. I wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, go to the gym, and get out of the way. Because when I'm in the gym, I listen to TED Talks in my ear. Because they have some really good TED Talks. And I was telling you just now, we live in the age of information. You can get any information you want. Things I'm telling you about right now. You know what I'm going to be included in my lifestyle? Meditation. All of a sudden, from multiples of sources, the words, and I'm talking about diverse sources. So it's not like, I believe it's, analytics feeding me on one source. It's diverse and disconnected sources recommending to me meditation. So I believe in energy, and I believe that you get to a certain level, like a video game, and then life prompts you, this is your next step. Now I have a busy mind, so I don't know if I'm going to be successful at it, but I am going to try, because it is something that I've been listening and I've been learning a lot about, and I'm going to try. Somebody said, Phillip, you were right about airport security. Seriously, do they have to be so nasty? Do they have to be so hoggish? Why is our airport security so hoggish? You know why? Because Trinidadians cannot get respect. We can't get somebody to fire their ass. I'm supposed to be able to take your number, and you disrespecting me, my salary, my taxes paying your salary. But in Trinidad, under this crazy situation, you ain't getting no respect. You wouldn't know who to turn to. The majority of the people who find me when they're at their wits' end, when they're about to reach the waterfall, and they're at sea with no oars. And I'm the last resort, and they're thinking to themselves, no, okay, come, what you could do in your crisis? Let's talk prevention. What I was just telling you earlier, all of the money that you save, nobody telling you don't lie. Buy a pack of cards, buy a cricket bat and ball, go back to Lyman, where friends come into your house, you go into a friend's house, find a park, find a corner, find a play field, find a beach. You see the alcohol lifestyle? That is for certain people to get rich selling you shit. They're getting rich at the expense of your health. I ain't telling you, you can't drink a 2 beers and like yourself. I just say, that whole clubbing, fetting lifestyle, what it did and destroyed our Peter Avenue. And I mean, it's just madness. But what you have to check is this. Check the financial savings. of not doing that. Because when you're out there and you're trying to impress people, you're pelting out your money. There's a book called The Richest Man in Babylon. It's a very small book. Very, very small. Even people who don't like to read can read this book. The Richest Man in Babylon. But what it teaches you is how to save money while living. And how quickly today's savings meet tomorrow's savings and the next day's savings, and now all of a sudden you have a little bit of money that you could invest in something. You have a friend going away, tell him, hey, bring 5 years to put some in and my family go buy that for me and make all the profit. You mark it up a little bit, it's still cheaper than buying it in Westmore. And people start to come and check you, buy this and buy it, and all of a sudden, that money now, you could start to build that into capital, and before you know it, boom, you have a second source of income. That's how the rich get rich. Because what you need to do is you need to get to a place where you have different sources of income, not just savings. You're saving to get to an income. You always have to have a backup savings. That piece of money, your rainy day fund, that don't go nowhere. You don't touch that. You hide that, dig a hole and bury that. Save it in yen or pounds or US and lose that. That's your last minute. You have to fight up to use that. But what you want to do is save towards, and you know what's a second income to you. You know what it is. And you create a second income in your own house. You're lying and shit talking. Give yourself a barbershop course. I dealing with a barber and I know that man making $200,000 a month easy. I sit down in that chair and I just count. He have other barbers working with him and I just count the flow per hour. Try and get an appointment now. Go by Master Fades. Fives, Master Fades Westmore. He's the best. Try and get an appointment. It's not cheap. And when you're good, you could charge a high price. Go and take a barbershop course because they have business for everybody. Go and take a barbershop course. Big money. Big money. You build your own little barbershop right home by you. All of a sudden, the barbershop paying the rent and all your money that you're getting from working going to save. Boom. You got a third source of income. Start to invest. You buy a piece of land and you're looking now to build a house. You're renting all this time, you know. But you're dealing with a builder. You tell you, all right, the house you want to build, the foundation, $120,000. So you're working towards putting down the foundation because you own the land. And from the minute the foundation on the ground, with the steel sticking up, you're on your way to a home. Trust me on that. Because then it's just ring after ring of blocks. Ring after ring of blocks. You're looking for a steel man to make your windows and your doors, and you're organizing those things. And I'm telling you, in quick time, you own a house cash. You're not owing the bank. You're not paying no interest. Hear what I'm telling you? The way that you got to own that house, now that your incomes, and by now, you have your job and your side hustle or two bringing in money, and one of those things used to pay rent. But you're not paying rent anymore because as soon as the roof on and the windows on, even if they're plastered the walls yet, even if they're painted, even if the light hanging from a cord, once you can sit down and watch your TV and you can plug in your fridge and your stove, live in that house and finish it while you're living inside it. But the minute you could cut out that major expense of rent, that money immediately starts to save to buy the piece of land next door. I went to visit a man. The man is a multi-millionaire in Miaro. He built a house. He buy the land next door, build a house there. He buy the land next to that, build a next house. All the houses start to look alike. Now he calling them villas and he renting them out and he built a little restaurant. The man is a whole empire. The man is a whole empire. So the first 2 times that he blanky friends and they laugh at him and they talk shit about him, no problem. But now when they come to visit him, he is Mr. So-and-so. Because he owns properties, plural. And that's where you want to get to. That's where you want to get to. But when people talk about generational wealth, you tell yourself, I have 5 children and I live in each of them a villa. Boom. You got to start. I didn't have a start. You have a start. You got to pay rent. Get a job. You're living in this place. Get a job. And your goal is to build another one quickly so you could get a second income. And just teach your children this. Teach your children this. The world does not care about you. It doesn't. And you see all the HDC nonsense and all the drama it comes with. All the HDC is a way for the government to use your need to rob you. Your taxes still paying for the shit. And they're building houses that not worth $100,000 and paying contractors $1 million plus for it. And then selling it for you at a subsidized fee and thieving the money and kickback. You have to break that cycle in Trinidad. We could get to a place where everybody in this country can be safe, comfortable, and happy, you know. Snow don't fall here. We could get to a place where everybody could be comfortable, safe, secure. The same people who committing crime in this country, you give them hope and opportunity crime now. You don't need to talk crushing cockroach. You need to be talking about social development master plan and giving people alternatives to walk away from the gang. So when the gang call and say, tomorrow we're going to put on a walk now, boy, tomorrow I'm a job interview. Or tomorrow courts come in, I buy a new fridge and come in tomorrow. All of a sudden, people have options. And instead of fighting with me, I can help you, you know. They're looking for so-and-so in the factory or in the job site or in the place. I'll get you in. Come in. And we start to pull each other out from the rain. We start to help each other stand up. You see, the people who have gotten wealthy in this country, they operate in gangs too. But their gangs are very focused on how they could get rich and how they could manipulate politics and systems to get themselves rich. You need to know you are the source of everybody's income. You are the source of everybody's business plan. The sales that they're talking about and the staff that they're accounting for, you. If everybody working in Royal Castle tomorrow, everybody say they done work until they get a raise, everybody getting a raise. If everybody in Trinidad say we're not buying KFC till the price drop, everybody, hold the line, not buying it. In fact, you shouldn't be buying it at all. It's not good for you. Royal Castle not good for you. McDonald's not good for you. Every now and then, pelt a stone and take a try, but it's better than having it as a lifestyle. It's not a good lifestyle. But you're responsible for you. And I tell you this, when I became a parent, I have a son and a daughter. When I became a parent, the me that I saw in their eyes, I wanted to be that man. That's what changed me, you know. I used to build nightclubs. I used to party. I used to beat it out. My life was outside. Your children. I wanted to be the father. I wanted to be the man that my children saw when they looked at me. And it embarrassed me that I wasn't. And I made sure that I did and became. We, all of us, supposed to help each other, not by handouts. Bullshit. Everybody's strong. I'll give you a sandwich today. Don't come tomorrow for a sandwich. Make sure you're doing something to pay for the sandwich tomorrow. Because a lot of people is trying to put their responsibility to life on somebody else. I have no time with that shit. But the people who on the hustle and they're looking to get along, get somewhere, come to me. I will help you multiply your hustle right now. And I've talked to plenty of people who need help and give them advice. There are people I have invested with over the years that I trusted. I say, you know what? I like how you're moving. You look like you're a safe person. I test you with a small money first that I could afford to lose. If I lose it, well, lesson learned. I'll get it back somewhere else. And you lose because you will never find another angel. But most people, and this has been my experience, people who are struggling to get out of it, and you could tell the people who are serious, you help them. They will treat your debt with seriousness until it's paid off because they know that you are a source of help and they have to build a relationship with you. Yeah, when we lend people, we help people, we build them up. In their mind, they know, even if you don't say it, they have a responsibility at some point when they're on top to do the same. You see on the shoulder? You see that? See that there? Real train there this morning. Watch this one. See? Yeah? Just now, doing the life bareback. They go, ball! Regardless of where I go politically, and I'm thinking this these days, because I know how hard it is for me, former third party, I'm not black, I'm not Indian, in a racist politics. BNM and UNC have drug money and corruption money to bribe gangs. I know all that. I'm not a fool. You don't tell me. When people come and tell me, boy, you know hard. I know hard. I climb any mountain, cliff face first. And I know. I know how hard it is to get people to volunteer because people suffering and they want to end. They want to come on board, but I have to find some way to pay them. And I know how hard it is to get funding and donations. I know. I've been doing it for a while. No matter where I go politically. Because the mission is really to give people a hope, you know. It's to give people an understanding that you don't have to take this. It's not terminal. Trinidad is not dead. We could turn it around. We could fix it. We could fix every aspect of it. And all of the live videos from tomorrow, from Wednesday, I'm going to be talking about all the ways to fix everything again. Yeah, what are you asking me for? To see the shoulder again? Yeah, man, it gets sexy, yeah? Yeah, but seriously, your choices, our collective choices, look now, our collective choices as a nation will turn things around for our communities. Hear what, huh? When I make a pot of soup, you want to see the size of soup I make? There are 3 people living in my house. When I make a pot of soup, it's to share. Joshua become a chef. My son Joshua is world famous now as a chef. Every Saturday, we go in the market and buy all the vegetables and come home and make I have a corn soup pot that you could sell around the savannah with, and we make soup and everybody come with a bowl and get soup. And it's always my dream to help feed other people. Always. We used to have something called My Daily Soup. We used to go and feed the homeless. We all of us. It's easy for us to cuss one another, disrespect people. If somebody talking against what you benefited from, you could denigrate them. And what I tell you, now, I didn't answer. It's literally past. Before I used to answer, I used to react. I don't react anymore. It's just past. Let's go. And as watch it come, and as watch it go. And all I just feel sorry for the person who trapped still. He doesn't know. He doesn't know he's trapped by his misunderstanding of how things work. That people who are using you will never make you independent. Will never do anything to make you independent. The greatest thing, business schools teach you this: get a monopoly, get them hooked, get them dependent. A monthly bill. Man, if you could own a utility of any kind, a bank installment is a utility. As soon as your loan nearly pay off, they call on you to give you another loan or a credit card. Watch how it work. Because their money is your labor. Your hard work pays them. And all I'm saying to you is, get off that treadmill. Tell yourself, if that percentage of my money, the profit on what I'm buying, enriching them, if I keep that to myself, it'll enrich me. That's the game. Give yourself big targets. I will never forget. And there's some information you don't give out, right? About 20 years ago, I was doing this course, and the man tell you, he said, write a check to yourself for a number that you would love to achieve in life. As ridiculous and outrageous, and I wrote myself a check. And it was in my wallet for decades. And I only realized the other day when I was pulling out my wallet, looking for something, and I found it. And I didn't realize the day that I had passed the number that's on the check. But it gives you something to aim for, and nothing is unrealistic. Nothing. I can tell you story after story after story of all of the people who triumphed over disaster to go on to being massively successful. There are very few people who start off rich and get richer. Most of the stories that you hear are people who had to fight to get themselves somewhere. Start in your home. Sit down with your family. I have a partner, Akil. Akil tell me something yesterday that never crossed my mind. He said he and all his family and all his children come together and say, you know what? We're going to work together to pay off everybody's debt. That's just fantastic thinking. Get everybody debt free. The level of humanity that it took to come up with that concept, get everybody in the family debt free, Jesus Christ. That is big thinking. Akil, you have my respect. You do that. Get your family together. People will say, you're vexed with this one, you're vexed with that one. All your friends might leave you. Your family will be there at the end. They're the people most likely to stand at your graveside. Don't be a fool. Fix anything that's wrong with you and your family. Fix it. Fix it. You could still watch them and you can remember when I was small. I forget. Don't forget. Fix it. Get your family strong. Get your friends. That's your community, you know. Your friends, that's your community. The people who've been with you your whole life, that's your community. Get them strong. You're all strong. Your family strong. Your community strong. You strong. Your children now have plenty uncle and auntie to go to in an emergency. That's your work. That is the main job of a parent, is to build a community that protects and provides for children. Any harm to you, there must be somebody to go to. You know these things already. This is how the old people used to live. They come and they bullshit us from the 70s and the 80s. They sell us shit. And they fool us with this Americanized fast food lifestyle. Drop it. Drop it. Drop it like a hot potato. Drop it. Start to do your own research. Come back and teach me. Teach other people. Elevate your whole community. People who bad talk, you know, they say first they laugh at you, then they ridicule you, and they fight with you, and then you win. You let them talk. Let them talk. The day you see you put a roof on your house, you talk down. Same people who was bad talking, you come into you for advice or to shelter. Shelter. You elevate your family. You elevate your community. You elevate your neighborhood. As hard as it is sometimes to deal with people, because people can be nasty and people can be stupid, but we all have been miseducated. And we've been turned into each other's enemies. And we shouldn't be. What we need to be is each other's family. All of us. Turn ourselves back into our family. The thing I respect the Syrian community for is how tight-knit they are. A lot of them closed off from everybody else, tight-knit, make sure that everybody's standing strong. You don't see any of them as vagrants or hustling and suffering. Everybody picking up everybody else's child. Everybody should take an example from that. Yeah? We gotta wrap it up now. I want to give you a song to close. And I don't know what's a good song to close with, because I guess I'd argue this. Even though, whatever. Well, yes, sorry about that. The computer did everything than what I wanted to do. Let me see if this is it. Once upon a time there was a magic island. Trinidad boy. Magic island. Full of magic people. Let me tell you a story about their pain and their joy. Many rivers flow to the naked eye, bringing therapy, but also a brand new style. Listen, we have a political movement that is a try. It is a chance. It is an opportunity. I'm not telling you it's a shoe-in, but I'm telling you, if enough of us want to dream this dream, we can make it. If you want to be a part of it, you can WhatsApp me, 682-2110. I'll put you onto the team. If you want to be part of the organization of the party, you can WhatsApp Satish at 7968172. If you want to make a donation to the party, if you like what you heard tonight, and you're in a position to say, you know what, he blessing people, let me bless him so he can bless more. 769-4590 for the Seola Area Finance Team's chairman. Come on board and help us, because we could continue talking about what can fix and what will never happen, and start to focus on what could fix and what we could make happen. It's 1.4 million of us. Move away from the mind benders. We have the power. The Ganges coming tonight. All of the political parties know that there is a lot of discontent in the country, political discontent. People are not happy with the status quo. People are not happy being marginalized. People are not happy being suffered and left with nothing. The banks, the financial institutions, the price of food, how difficult it is to own a home, to start a business. We need to pull away from that and look at each other, and you help one and I help one, and together we can send positive ripples forward. The Progressive Empowerment Party has been fighting this fight for a long time. Many of our members are long-time activists who doing stuff for this country long before there was a PEP. I have myself, I've been an activist 30 years now, and I know what it's like to fight for the homeless, the orphan, the disabled. Today we met with somebody who's been fighting for the disabled too, and she said, you know, camaraderie, people know people who are on the same journey. The Progressive Empowerment Party, www.21policies.com, has been fixing things and making life better for other people. I am saying to you, we could make the dream a reality. If you're interested in being a part of it, WhatsApp me 682-2110 and pass you on to the team, and real good people will reach out to you and see what we can do, yeah? Everybody, thanks a lot for all of you who are with me tonight. Those of you who didn't share the videos yet, please share it up. To those of you who join us tomorrow, happy Indian Arrival Day. We had a little celebration tonight. It was a lot of fun. We had fun in the beginning. We talked serious in the end. Hopefully, I'm telling you something, my country was born to be paradise on earth convincingly, to quote David Rudder's biblical Eden. China could be the best place in the world to live. We could be Singapore, Finland, Dubai, wrap up in one. We could be the #1 country. People, I tell you, my vision for Trinidad and Tobago is to have Canadians line up in the snow to get a visa at 4 o'clock in the morning to come here. Trinidad could be the best country in the world. If we want it, we can make it happen. Yeah? So until tomorrow.